Hello learners, NIOS welcomes you to Painting Subject video series. This is lesson number 12, Gupta Sculpture, part 3. Now we will summarize the lesson as well as discuss the questions and answers. Some of the important points from the lesson: Mathura, Sarnath and Pataliputra became the main centers of Gupta sculpture and the style. Mathura produced a lot of Buddha sculptures, whereas Pataliputra mostly produced metal sculptures. The technique of Mathura Buddha and Sarnath Buddha was different. The sculptures of various gods and goddesses were done. For example, Vishnu, Shiva, Ganesha, etc. were carved. Questions related to the first sculpture. Question number 1. What is the medium of Buddha preaching his first sermon? Question number 2. Describe the face of Buddha preaching his first sermon. Question number 3. Describe in brief the background ornamentation of this sculpture of Buddha preaching his first sermon. Question number 4. How many disciples are represented in the sculpture? Question number 5. Where was Buddha preaching his first sermon? Answers. First answer: the sculpture is made out of sandstone and found at Sarnath, is dated somewhere in the 5th century AD. Answer number 2. Buddha is seated in a Padmasana pose. His hands are held near his chest in the Dharma Chakra Pravartana Mudra, which is the gesture of preaching. Answer number 3. The background ornamentation. The background consists of the throne, the sides are decorated in the Makara motif. There is a circular halo behind Buddha's head, exquisite foliated designs, then there are beaded borders and two nymphs who are holding vases on both sides, holding vases, and this is the background ornamentation. Answer number 4. Buddha's first 5 disciples are represented in this sculpture. Buddha preaching his first sermon. So when after his enlightenment he was preaching, there were 5 of his first disciples. Answer number 5. Buddha preaching his first sermon was found at Sarnath. Questions related to the second sculptures. Question number 1. In the sculpture, Varaha avatar, who is Varaha? Question number 2. Where is the Varaha avatar located? Question number 3. Describe in brief the figure of Varaha in this sculpture. Question number 4. Who is lying under the left foot of Varaha in this sculpture? Question number 5. When was the image of the Varaha avatar executed? Answers. First answer, Varaha is a Vishnu avatar, the incarnation of Vishnu, one out of the 10 avatars, in the form of a boar. When the demon Hiranyaksha stole the earth and wanted to hide earth in the primordial waters, Lord Vishnu awoke in a bid to save earth, sent one of his avatars, which is the Varaha avatar, to earth to rescue earth goddess, and Varaha saved earth goddess, protected the earth goddess, and ordered Hiranyaksha to give back or return earth. Answer number 2. The Varaha avatar is located in Udayagiri, Madhya Pradesh, in cave number 5. Answer number 3. The Varaha avatar has the head of a boar and the body of a man. It is an anthropomorphic figure having the head of a boar and a body of a man. The strong and powerful body is a representation of masculine beauty. Answer number 4. Under the left foot of Varaha is the Sheshanaga, is the serpent symbolizing eternity. Answer number 5. This sculpture was executed during the Gupta period in the 4th to the 5th century. Questions related to the third sculpture. Question number 1. Where was this sculpture found and which period does it date from? Question number 2. Describe in brief the characteristics of Jain sculpture. Question number 3. What is this sculpture called? Question number 4. Which animal is carved flanking the Tirthankara? Question number 5. Which animal is carved in the pedestal? Answers. The Jain Tirthankara was made in the Gupta period and was found in Mathura, which is a city in UP. Answer number 2. This sculpture is a wonderful synthesis of the external form and the inner meaning, which represents spirituality, positivity and inner peace. The Tirthankara is shown wearing no clothes. Answer number 3. This sculpture is called the Jain Tirthankara. In this sculpture, answer number 4, in this sculpture the figure of the Tirthankara is flanked by deers. Answer number 5, the figure of a lion is carved on the pedestal. Now we have the terminal exercise where we would ask you questions from the Gupta sculpture, and these questions have to be attempted by the students themselves. First question: how did the Gupta sculpture evolve their aesthetic understanding of sculpture? Question number 2: how were the images of Buddhism and Jainism represented during the Gupta period? Question number 3: name the mythological figures found in Gupta sculptures. Question number 4: write about the theme and the aesthetic beauty of the Gupta sculptures. Question number 5: how was the Gupta sculpture different from the Kushan sculpture? I hope you enjoyed watching part 3 of this lesson. If you have any queries, please email us at signlanguage@nios.ac.in. For more information, you may visit our website www.nios.ac.in. Thank you.